Welcome in to Rock Hard Ball. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome in to another edition of Rock Hard Ball. As always, I'm Karter and Weezy. That's Kyle Wells, aka Weezy. That's our wonderful producer Clyde, sitting in front of the camera, just staring at you right now, getting you locked in. As you can tell, Halloween episode. I got Cat in the Hat going. Clyde, what are you supposed to be?
I was supposed to be skeleton, and now I'm clown / Playboy Cardi.
All right, so a bunch of random shit for Clyde today. Weezy is a ref. Very, very loud. Nice little whistle blow there. But thanks to you all for tuning in. Got a good episode on deck. Halloween. We're going to get through our preview for this weekend in football. College football week 10. NFL week 9. I guess I can pull up the little thing here. College football week 10. NFL week 9. Then we're going to have Rock Hard Takes. It's going to be Halloween themed, so it's basically going to be the best things about Halloween. Nothing too crazy or special there. Other than that, we will have the rankings. What is your rankings today?
Best horror characters that would be athletes.
All right. Hopefully that'll be not a train wreck. All right. That being said, though, let's just open up with college football right away. We'll go through the week 10 preview and get things rolling. Gonna try and make the episode maybe somewhat quick today, so we might move kind of fast. But feel free to still comment. Let us know what you think. We'll still get to comments as always. Other than that, we'll probably move pretty quickly here today. All right, so first things first, like I said, college football week 10 preview. Just go through the major matchups, and then we'll keep it short and sweet. So first things first, let's talk about probably the biggest game of the weekend, Ohio State, Penn State. Number 4 at number 3. Ohio State's going to be favored by 3. Ohio State obviously coming off of a game against Nebraska, came out a little sleepy, probably a lot better against a team that they thought they were much better than. Penn State, on the other hand, we're in a kind of a bad spot with Wisconsin for a while. It was definitely more competitive, I think, than maybe some people thought. I for one said that I thought Wisconsin had a chance to actually win the game. Penn State did end up kind of putting them away there in the fourth quarter. So both teams now that I think a lot of the country are not really sure what to think of.
Teams
by default, but we don't.
Yeah, Ohio State has not looked good in 3 weeks. So I don't know what you wanted to do with them. Obviously, the winner of this game is going to be deemed as legit. But I would like to see a team here, depending on who wins, have a good solid win, maybe by 2 scores or more.
Yeah, I think whoever wins this game will obviously goes into a driver's seat in terms of getting to the Big Ten championship game. Ohio State still has to play Indiana. That'll have a big factor on who we see in Indianapolis. Oregon, assuming they win out, they'll be.
Yeah, you would imagine they
comes down to basically these two in Indiana now. So
yeah,
big game, because obviously the conference championship game will go a long ways towards maybe getting an automatic playoff spot.
Who do you like to win?
I think I'll still go Ohio State. I think I still have more trust in them than Penn State. But I don't know. It's in the stadium.
Yeah, I think just because of that, I'm gonna go Penn State. I hate it too. I really hate Drew Aller. I hate watching this team play. But Ohio State had the perfect get right game against Nebraska, which I get. They've lost by 50, but Nebraska is truly better than that. Ohio State came off a crushing loss, has a bye week, and then faces a Nebraska team that lost by 50. And it took them literally 59 minutes to win that game.
Yeah, I don't know. I think this still the same Ohio State team, though, that we all agree that Oregon is one of the best 2 teams in the country, and they took them down the wire and could have damn near won the game.
Yeah, 100%.
So I don't know. I think in the long run, if you had to ask, I guess I'll put it this way: if you had to ask me who would win the national championship between these two, who I think has a better chance to do that, I would definitely say Ohio State. In terms of this game, I'm still going to slightly in Ohio State, but I think it's a lot.
No, I agree. I agree with you that Ohio State's a better team. I'm just saying this game being in Penn State is the deal breaker for me. I think whatever team would have been home would win this game, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's tough game to pick. Again, Ohio State favored by 3. Maybe a little bit weird for being the lower ranked team on the road, but it's kind of the way it goes. Duke and Miami play. Not a really huge game, but Duke is a team that's been pretty solid really for most of the year. They're 6-2. Their only losses are at Georgia Tech, by 10, and then SMU at home last week. They only lost by 1 to a ranked team. Miami's had trouble putting teams away that they should beat lately. So maybe Duke makes things a little bit more interesting than it should be. I would still think that Miami wins by a somewhat healthy margin, but I don't know. They've had trouble.
Yeah, I think 20 here is way too big of a spread. Obviously, like you said, what's been past 3-4 weeks where Miami's found themselves down multiple scores going into the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
So
again, I don't really have too much else to comment on that one. Another really interesting game in the SEC. Ole Miss is going to go to Arkansas. Ole Miss is favored by 8. Arkansas again had a full season so far. That obviously had that marquee win, beating Tennessee a few weeks back. They also played A&M really close, and they lost game by 4. They lost Oklahoma State on the road by 8, and those are the only 3 losses. Every other game this year so far that they've won. Or I guess LSU. Sorry, I missed LSU. They did get kind of their asses handed them by LSU a little bit, 34-10. But very frisky football team to say the least. And Ole Miss has kind of a track record this year of not playing very well against teams who give you just a little bit of trouble and kind of play.
I mean, yeah, it's their 2 losses, 100%.
You know what I'm saying?
I still like Ole Miss to come through with this one though.
I'll agree, but I could very well see it being closer than 8, or if maybe it ends up being 8 or more. But I think it'll kind of come down to the wire. We'll see. Army's going to play Air Force. Not going to really talk about it too much, but they're favored by 21.5. Illinois, Minnesota. This one really is intriguing to me. Illinois is at home, ranked 24 in the country. They're 6-2 on the year. Their 2 losses so far on the season have came on the road to Penn State and on the road to Oregon. I get that they got pumped by Oregon last week, but I do not understand what world we have Minnesota favored by 3 in this game.
No, it makes no sense. When I looked into this, I thought Altmaier had to have been hurt or something. So I looked everybody's healthy for this team. It just doesn't make sense to me, which is also Vegas always knows though. So who knows? But I know it's still Illinois, right? It has to be.
Yeah, no, you'd think. More and more people coming in the stream too. Maybe first-time listeners, feel free to drop comments. Let us know your thoughts about what we're talking about. Also, got our social scrolling across the bottom. Feel free to follow stuff like that at Rock Hard Ball or at Rock Hard Ball Pod. Keep up with the show. But yeah. Anyways, back to business here though. Florida Georgia rivalry game this week. Another one where it's Georgia. They're technically the home team, but it is in Florida. But still, they're favored by 14.5 against a Florida team who's just been very subpar this year. They've somehow figured out a way to win a couple games here recently. But I mean, I think that one loss Alabama, it still happened. And it's not quite the Georgia that we've had in past years, but this is still arguably the best team in the country. I think 14.5 might be not enough.
No, it's not even close to enough here. Like you said, Georgia obviously had that awful loss to Bama. So what do? They beat the shit out of Texas, who we all thought was unanimous number 1. Thought they could be the only true, through and through roster in college football. Goes to Texas, beats the shit out of them, and now they're at home against a Florida team who's played down to their opponent in every single game this year. 14 is way too low. I think it should be around 21.
Another one that is a similar spread, maybe a little bit closer though for this one. Texas Tech on the road to Iowa State. I would like to say Iowa State still isn't getting the respect they deserve. I mean, they are up to the number 11 team in the country now. They're undefeated. However, they have had some close calls against teams that they maybe shouldn't have. West Virginia, who kind of everybody else has blown out at this point, they had a little bit of tester against them. UCF at home, they only won by 3. So things like that kind of make me think that's why they're giving Texas Tech a little bit of credit in the spread. But I think that Iowa is still the much better team here and should probably cover and win.
Yeah, they will. I mean, that's all they've been doing, and that's all you have to do to become the 11th best team in the country. And yeah, like you said, I think Iowa State keeps it going.
Next one, Indiana's going on the road to Michigan State. They're favored by 8. Won't spend a lot of time in this game, but I mean,
Rourke's still hurt, right?
I don't know.
I'm almost positive he's not playing.
I thought initially he was supposed to. No, he's going to start.
Okay.
Initially, I thought they did say 2 to 3 weeks, but
then 8 seems a little low to me here.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking too. Eddie, okay. Hey, you should Google him. He's good. He wins. But yeah, I think Indiana should probably be favored by more. But I don't know. I guess some Vegas and the AP voters both clearly still think that Indiana hasn't proven anything. So
yeah, I mean, it's Indiana. Let's get real here. It's not basketball season yet.
Yeah, no, it's the name recognition thing's always going to be a big deal.
Yeah.
They're going to have to until they beat Ohio State. They're not going to get real respect.
No.
So, Kansas State's going to go to Houston. They're favored by 13. I would think they cover.
Yeah, I mean, Houston's not good.
Houston sucks, so I'm not going to spend any more time there. A&M, tough game on the road. They have a night game at South Carolina. Tough place to play. They're only favored by 3. They're up to 10 in the country now. South Carolina has at times been impressive and given good teams tough games. And then there's been other times where they just don't look like the same team.
I mean, they're the weirdest team in college football, yeah. I think. They'll go in and beat like a commanding win against the top 5 team in the country and then go, lose a game to bottom FBS school. Like, they don't make sense to me. I still like A&M though in this game.
I'll agree. Louisville is going to go to Clemson. Clemson favored by 10. Louisville still a solid squad. Clemson could maybe have a tough out, but I think at home kind of puts it home. At home puts it home for Clemson. I guess that makes sense.
I mean,
I think they win the game.
I think they even win it on the road though too.
Yeah, no, I think
Louisville. Yes,
but I'm saying like it being at home makes me like not that worried about it. For Clemson.
Okay, yeah. I mean, also Clemson after that, week 1 ass kicking have just ass kicked everybody else on their schedule.
Yeah,
so.
they've been really impressive since then. I feel like we probably actually talk about that more. I don't really want to today, but yeah, Clemson probably does deserve some more praise. They have been really good, kind of shut everybody up after that portion. I mean, Cade Klubnik in particular
he's been
awful against Georgia. He's like fifth in the Heisman odds now. Yeah. So yeah, he's been very good. Tennessee's going to go to Kentucky, or not? Oh my gosh, Kentucky's going to go to Tennessee. Tennessee 17.5-point favorites over Kentucky. I mean, Kentucky has that one win. Other than that,
here's the thing though, like the spread 17.5. I like Kentucky here. Like this
cover.
Yeah, I think Kentucky is going to play one of those games like they do against Georgia, where it's going to be a low scoring, very close game. Tennessee's going to walk out with a victory saying, well, that was not fun.
Yeah, I can see it. At the same time, I can also see Tennessee just shit something them. So
true. Every single time though I say that, it feels like they don't.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they maybe kind of got themselves back on track after winning against Alabama. I feel like, also could be a letdown spot though. So I don't know. It's always a tough thing because it can completely go both ways. It can be we got right and now we're just going to roll through the rest of our schedule, or it can be all right, we got so hyped up for this one game against this rival that always has our number. We beat them. Now we're going to go get beat by Kentucky the next week. So
100%.
Yeah, it's weird. It goes both ways all the time. Very exciting game in the ACC that probably nobody in the country would have expected for this to be a really big game. And as far as the ACC goes, this point in the season, Pittsburgh, number 18 in the country, versus number 20 SMU. It's going to be at in Dallas, so home game from SMU. They're favored by 7.5, which I feel like is a lot. Like I get there at home, but
it's a lot, and also like Pitt's coming off of a massive win against what everybody in America thought was a pretty good Syracuse team, right?
Yeah.
And so now we're sitting here like, well, why is that? I hate the spread. I don't even want to touch this game.
Yeah. But whoever does win the game is in control of their own destiny for making the ACC championship game.
Yeah. I mean, whoever wins, it'll be them in Miami. So
I guess Clemson's probably still undefeated.
Yeah, true. You're right.
So yeah, that's kind of a weird tiebreaker scenario too. Because I mean, everybody's talking about the Big Ten for good reason. There's more top teams there, but the ACC is going to have some weird tiebreaker scenarios too for their championship game.
Yeah.
I don't know what the schedules line up. Who all plays each other? I guess Pittsburgh does play Clemson, and SMU. Obviously, they're playing Pitt right now, but they don't play Clemson, so it could be weird if SMU beats Pitt, beats Clemson.
Yeah,
creates an interesting scenario.
Weird
I don't know.
I mean, I
don't know what the tiebreaker is there, but all right, that kind of does it for the top 25 matchup. Except for, I guess we still got Michigan. They're in a top 25 match this week. They're going to host the number 1 team in the country in Oregon. Oregon's going to be favored by 14.5. Obviously this preseason, this felt like it was going to be a huge matchup. Big Ten title game implications. Michigan's obviously fallen a little bit, but this Michigan's team's still 5-3. They're still somewhat solid.
Yeah, and they finally looked like they had semi-decent quarterback play last week.
Yep.
I still this line's weird to me. Like if anybody's watched Michigan play this year, this line should be closer to 23.
Yeah,
I would say. So the fact that it is 14, is a little interesting to me.
You can let that keep foaming and spill, or are you gonna drink it? Come on, Clyde. Yeah, I think it's probably not enough, unfortunately, for the boys in blue. But
which makes me think Michigan probably just wins this game outright.
Right? I think I don't know. I think you're getting a little out of yourself there. Probably not.
I do think a key factor will be if Will Johnson plays or not. He's not played in the last 2 weeks. Obviously, him on the field is a huge advantage for Michigan because you need him against this Oregon offense.
Yeah, they're very good. I don't really have anything else to say on that game. I don't know if you had more.
No,
but, let's go to Nebraska. Big news for Rock Hard Ball. I think we mentioned it a while back, but say it again now for anybody who maybe doesn't know. But Weezy and I going to be in attendance for the Nebraska UCLA game as credentialed media members. So shout out to Culture Ball Dogs getting us the credentials. So we'll be on the scene, maybe bringing some stadium content, see what we can do there. What's that look for?
What do you mean see it? I'm not going to go around interviewing random people.
Okay, yeah.
There's nothing worse than just the random social media guys who go up to random fans.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to go to fans.
I genuinely
maybe we'll just get Dylan Raiola though to be do a Rock Hard Takes Dylan Raiola. Just something slight like that. Maybe Matt Rule as well.
Yeah, just make it
we'll just grab those
out of pocket.
Yeah,
questions.
Something fucked up. Just really get him going. Just put him in just terrible headspace before the game.
Yeah.
Actually, why would we do that?
That
Sabotage
makes
our own
no
team. Yeah,
sense.
my bad. We'll do that to UCLA. We'll go ask Foster about his pregame interview.
Yeah.
Or pre.
I'll just go up to him and be
Big
like,
Ten conference
wait,
interview.
where's your school at?
Yeah. Who's your rival? Is it USC? I'm not
Who
really
the
sure.
fuck is
Yeah,
UCLA?
where is that? Couple comments here. I guess we kind of missed some earlier. Rocco fan said, yo, Iowa State. I think he's talking about Iowa State spread, maybe. When we were talking about that, kind of missed that a while ago.
Yeah, I mean, I love it. 13 and a half.
I'm assuming that he is isn't their quarterback named Rocco or something? Didn't they have a Rocco at Iowa State?
I don't know about that.
I don't know. Maybe I'm making shit up. Kobe asked what Clyde dressed up as. Kobe, if you missed the beginning of the show, Clyde actually had his face started off. There's Clyde with his face paint on. So he is here in costume as well. All right, where the hell was I? Anyways, Nebraska UCLA. So yeah, we're gonna be there. Nebraska's gonna be favored by 6.5. Looking for bowl eligibility for the first time in a long time. I think they get this week.
I mean, yeah, UCLA is bad.
Yeah, no, if they don't, then there's trouble in paradise for sure. But yeah, UCLA is really bad. They're 2-5 on the year. They're 2 wins so far of the game. Well, one was at Rutgers, who Nebraska did only beat 14-7. Their other win was Hawaii, though, 16-13. Hawaii's also awful. Other than that, though, UCLA has gotten beat every other game this season. So not a good team. Nebraska absolutely should win. I think they will win. I think they
I mean,
as well.
Also first home game in a while.
Yeah.
Memorial will be big. Yeah, should be. Obviously, because like you said, bowl eligibility if a win here. So yeah, I like them big.
Like Halloween weekend too, kind of gets people riled up a little bit.
Yeah, and like especially they'll know like rock hard ball's gonna be in the press box.
Yeah, exactly.
On the field pregame.
Yeah, no, I think that really gets guys up and ready to go for the game. So basically, if Nebraska wins and covers, making their first bowl game for the first time in 5, 6 years, whatever it was.
5 years. 5 years. They went to a bowl game in 2019, right?
I always forget if it's 18 or 19.
They haven't made to a bowl game since 2016.
I
could have. Was 15.
Are you sure it's 16? I thought it was more recent than that.
It was that stupid Farmer Bowl.
Well, you can't just say stupid Farmer Bowl. Like there's an obnoxious amount of stupid.
I think it was 16. Okay, I don't know what I'm always think of for 18 or 19. Something happened.
Something happened in 19.
Yeah.
I know
100%. I don't know what it was, but I always get confused. Anyways, if it happens, credit it all to us. Players and coaches did an okay job for most of the year, but like if they win, I mean, it really drives home that it was all due to us. And if they lose, it's basically everybody else's fault but us there. So just want to clear that up before we get to that game. So, all right, that's kind of it for the college football review. Again, like I said, it was pretty rapid fire. I wanted to kind of get in and get out. We know you guys all got Halloween plans. We got Thursday football and stuff on too. So we're trying to make it quick, but still get you the takes. Let's move to NFL. But before we do that, I guess let's actually go to commercial. So we're gonna take a quick 1 minute break. When we get back from that, we'll preview Week 9 in the NFL. We still have Rock Hard Takes coming up. That's going to be best things about Halloween, and then Kelly's Geeky Rankings, which is the horror movie characters that would make the best athletes. Best athletes, yeah. Okay. All right, that's that. We'll go to break. You listen to Rock Hard Ball, part of the Dogs Media Network at Culture Ball Dogs. We'll be right back.
On the College Football Dogs website, you'll find a main page that features some of our biggest and newest stories. Our conference pages for content related to your favorite team's conference. Our team store, where we have products that are available all year long, as well as gear available for a limited time only. Our podcast page, where you can see when one of the 12 plus College Football Dogs podcasts is streaming live on social media. Our subscription page, where you can join our Discord. If you're interested in becoming a contributor at College Football Dogs, email us at info@collegefootballdogs.com. If you enjoy any College Football Dogs content, we really do appreciate any donations you can make by visiting the donate page on our website or scanning the QR code here.
College Football Dogs, for the fans.
All right, welcome back in, boners. Moving up, we're going to do hey, that's my beer, dumbass. No, don't do that. Anyways, Week 9 NFL preview is up on the docket next. So Per usual, we'll run through every game, kind of give you our thoughts on the matchups. And yeah, that's that. So Thursday Night Football, end of first quarter, 0-0 so far. Don't really have much to say about that. We were kind of rushing, getting set up for the game. So I don't know if you really paid attention to the game at all.
I mean, yeah, obviously, CJ Stroud and the boys don't have any help anymore. Obviously, Diggs went down with the ACL tear. Nico's still hurt, which is why somehow the Jets are favored. It's just the ultimate trap game. Anybody who bet on this game, call the number.
Yep. Call the betting hotline. Bad spot to bet. Yeah, I stayed away from it. Anyways, let's get into the actual slate now. Cowboys Falcons. Falcons will be favored by 3.5 at home. I think the Falcons probably win and cover. The Cowboys look like a mess. I don't know what their long-term plan is here, but as always, I wouldn't be surprised. If
I still think they're too talented, and this is a spot where it's like we have to win, right? Look,
I mean, yeah, but we've said that the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, but I guess like in terms of schedule difficulty, right? They get their asses kicked by Detroit. That's fine. I think a lot of people would argue that Detroit's the best team in football.
And then they play the Niners.
Then they have the Niners on the road,
which
is a little banged up, but again, still. And like the Falcons, while they're 5-3 and heading to potentially win that division, we still have not looked good at times, which you would agree upon. Like I think this is the ultimate like offense has to get going. We saw it out of CeeDee Lamb in the fourth. Like you need to get him going all 4 quarters.
For sure. All right. Next game, Dolphins Bills. Bills gonna be favored by 6. Actually, might be a little much. I feel like now that 2 is back, but
it is.
I think I would probably like the Dolphins to cover, but I would probably still go Bills to win the game.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Josh Allen has been really, really good this year. I feel like people still haven't really talked about that much
because everybody's checked from the fact that fucking Patrick Mahomes is still the second best odds in MVP, and he's got like 7 touchdowns and 10 picks.
I think he maybe finally drop.
He did get jumped. He did get jumped. It's now Lamar, Josh, Mahomes, and then Goff.
Yeah. Okay. Raiders, Bengals. I mean, Raiders obviously suck. Bengals, you absolutely have to win this game. They're favored by 7, which every single Bengals spread now at this point when they were favored just feels like too much.
No, seriously. I mean, how many times have they been favored by 7? And it's like the ultimate sweat bet.
Lose.
Yeah. That's right. I mean, I'm not going to bet on fucking Gardner Minshew, though.
Yeah. I think the Bengals should win.
Let's go Raiders.
All right. I guess Kelly's a Raiders fan now for Halloween with his face paint. Next one, we get Chargers at Browns. Chargers will be favored by 1.5. I would think that the Chargers will cover this. Like, as much as I love Jameis, I don't know if he can do it 2 weeks in a row.
No, I think it's the ultimate, like,
you might throw like
the rapist is gone. Jameis is in. Jameis is awesome. Again, not a rapist under center.
Yes. Big time.
But we're back to, I think that was a spark. But again, I really like the way Harbaugh's got the Chargers playing. I like the Chargers here.
Yep. I agree with you. Patriots at Titans, toilet bowl. Feels like the Patriots and the Titans have both been in a toilet bowl every year. Jets scored, by the way. Titans are going to be favored by 3.5, though. Is Drake May?
He's not playing, I don't think. Almost positive he's not playing.
Okay. Yeah. So he said he was in protocol and limited in practice. So I don't know. Either way, though, I don't really care who's under center for Patriots. I actually think they probably win this game either way.
You do?
Yeah. I think.
Is Levis playing? Do we know, or is it still going to be Rudolph?
Ooh, that could be a good point. I think Levis is.
If Levis is playing, I get he's a meme, but yeah, I could see the Titans winning in that situation. I don't know. This is the ultimate,
but at the same time, it's like they're so bad.
This is the ultimate, like, please do not show this game on red zone.
Yeah, stay away from me.
Like,
stay far away from me.
I do not need to see any more than like a few touchdowns of this.
Did he drop it before the goal line? Oh no!
You don't see that in the NFL like ever. You see it a lot in college.
Oh, that's brutal. Who picked it up? Yeah. Houston picked it up. All right. So
wait, this is going to be the best angle. Yeah. Actually, no, because we don't know where the hell the ball is.
It's right by his hip. It's right on his hip right now. Yeah, that's not a touchdown.
No.
All right. Well,
that's unbelievable.
Jets fucking stink.
That was a
dumb Nathan, can I get a beer?
Okay. For some reason I exited out of the thing here. So bad job, Carter. Anyways. Yeah, I think the Patriots still win either way, though.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a toss-up depending on
what happens in that game. Though,
true. So. Yeah. There's
all right. Commanders at
both
Giants.
teams want to lose. Like it should be the grossest football game ever.
Yeah. No, they should both be trying to lose. Commanders at Giants, 6-2 at 2-6 interdivision matchup. Commanders should be favored by 4 in this one. I think that's a good line. I would I think I would probably pick them to cover. I actually might have in my bets. I don't remember. But I mean, listen, like Malik Neighbors is fun, stuff like that. But at the end of the day, the Commanders are a much better team than the Giants. I think
they are. But do you think this could be a letdown spot? Obviously, coming off
Could
of
be after the Hail
such
Mary,
a massive game and such a fun ending, which is why I think if this is any other week, I think the spread's like closer to 7. No?
Where's my beer? Oh, there it is. Yeah, I found it. Sorry, beer's important. Yeah, no, I agree. The letdown after the Hail Mary is definitely a real thing. Obviously, that's probably the most emotional play in football. Kobe's also asking if we're sponsored by Miller Lite tonight. Weezy's drinking Miller Lite. I am drinking the Coors. Kelly's got PBR. So all over the place here with the beers. What's the thumbs down for over there? Thing 2. All right, Thing 2 is drinking Bush. So that's the other beer choice tonight. What is Thing 1 drinking? All right, the things are sticking together.
Thing 1 is claiming nose beers are on the menu for tonight.
Okay.
You gotta relax, Thing 1.
All right. All right, let's move past Commanders Giants. I think we kind of already gave our thoughts. Jane Daniels also just super fun. So always a great week when you get to watch him play. Saints Panthers, another toilet bowl. Saints are going to be favored by 7. Is Carr back now?
I don't think so.
All right, that game maybe could be somewhat interesting then. Just
Rattler Young, just
who can be the worst young quarterback?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. No more airtime for that. Broncos Ravens. Surprisingly, both these teams are 5-3. I don't think anybody would have expected that.
No.
Baltimore is favored by 8, though,
which is right. I mean, Bo Nix is playing great. Denver's been playing, way above what they thought they would be. But again, I just don't think this
Ravens coming out that loss
against
that lost the Browns too.
Yeah.
I think this is a get right game.
Yeah.
Could get ugly, I think, for the Broncos.
Yeah, I agree.
What?
Let's go Broncos.
Kelly says, "Let's go Broncos."
Yeah, bonus.
All right. Why? Like what?
He's been a hell of a player this year.
No, yeah, he's been good. Yeah. What?
I mean, I genuinely think like this could be a Lions Cowboys
Yeah, I
esque,
mean,
just beat down, like the ultimate awful loss last week. Just we're gonna give them everything we got. Derek might run for 200.
Yeah. Kobe asked when you fellas gonna get a local sports bar in Lincoln to sponsor you guys. I don't know. Could maybe be something to look into. At the same time, though, I don't know how open they'd be to that based on like the fact that we don't just talk Nebraska. If we just talked Nebraska or like, whatever, the show was like 70% Nebraska, 30% everything else, maybe more likely, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
my thinking there.
We could probably get just like an awfully, just really trashy dive bar to maybe.
Give me the Beacon. Get the Beacon to sponsor us. If anybody from the Beacon Lounge is out there listening,
in Lincoln, Nebraska, we do know the owner.
We also have Thing 2 over here suggesting the night before, which is a gentleman's club here in Lincoln. Thing 2 is quite a fan of that place, so would be good. But yeah, that'd be sick. We'll see. Maybe we could reach out tonight. Just go to every bar we go to. Hey, would you like to sponsor our podcast called Rock Hard?
You want to be a boner?
It's pretty sick. Kobe said just need a flag. Oh yeah, still need to work on a flag for the background. Sydney Sweeney was the suggestion last time, but I don't know how much sense that makes.
Maybe like the Tate McRae, like one the hockey gear.
I like that one.
Yeah.
I like that one.
I mean, we don't talk.
It just depends on how
how
horny do we want to get. Basically, is the question.
We could do like a LeBron like collage.
Yeah,
just pour honey on our
king.
King.
Yeah. Just put "You Are My Sunshine" on the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, our great and glorious king. Anyways, back to business. Jags Eagles. Eagles gonna be favored by 7.5 at home. Again, feels like probably a fair.
It's got to be Peterson's last game, right?
Yeah, I would assume so. Eagles finally got rolling a little bit here too. They won 3 in a row.
Looked really good last week.
Yeah, they did.
So
I think that they are maybe finally back.
Doug Peterson, treat this week a little special because it's gonna be your last one. Maybe do an extra walk around the stadium before the game.
Yeah, really just taking all the sights and sounds, the smells. Kobe said that Clyde can hold up the flag all episode. So just stand there back there with the face paint on.
Make him wear the face paint for every single episode.
Yeah, that might not be a bad idea. Another Clyde appearance there. Kobe's full of the good ideas tonight. It's helping out. But yeah, I think the Eagles win pretty handedly there. Don't think it's gonna be much of a game. So
I agree with you.
Bears Cardinals. I think this will be a fun game. Hopefully we'll see a lot of points scored. Over under is 44.5. And Arizona's going to be favored by 1.5. I think that both of those are kind of fair. I don't know. The Bears are probably better team than Arizona at this point.
Yeah, I would say so.
Especially
I'd say they're the more complete team.
Yeah, for sure. It's just basically a matter of what version of Caleb Williams will we get.
And also what version of Kyler Murray.
Yeah, because Kyler Murray hasn't necessarily had like bad games, but like he's just had games this year
Like,
where
when he's on, he's a top 5 quarterback.
If Arizona was 6-2 this year, he might be top 5 in the MVP odds.
Yeah.
So,
but again, that offense is just so hot and cold.
Yeah, for sure. Marvin Harrison Jr. Fuck you, by the way. Last week after just multiple stinkers in a row, finally made the decision to bench him, and he scores like 20 plus. So, yeah.
Shout out Trey McBride.
Screw off. It's my little rant.
All right. No, to win the game, I do like the Bears. I think they're pissed off. Arizona's a little bit on a heater. I think, right? Sorry.
Yeah.
So I like the Bears to win this in a very close game. I think you were saying maybe a shootout. I think this could be a really low scoring game.
Could be. Never know. Rams Seahawks. Rams gonna be favored by 1 on the road. I like it. I think that they are actually gonna get rolling here a little bit. They looked good last week, so I would not be surprised at all if the Rams string together some wins here.
No,
they go on the road to Seahawks, and they have the Dolphins at home. Good chance for a win. On the road to the Patriots,
win.
Eagles, maybe a loss. It's at home though. On the road to the Saints should be a win. Bills at home,
loss.
Tough game. On the road to the Niners, tough game. Then you go on the road to the Jets, Cardinals at home, Seahawks at home. So
yeah, no, I mean we saw it literally last week, right? With Puka and Cooper, this team's completely different.
Yes.
So.
All right, Sunday Night Football, Colts, Vikings. Vikings.
Why is this on Sunday Night Football?
Don't know. Feels like you could have
not want to watch
a long time ago.
I mean, Sam Darnold versus Joe Flacco.
I mean, at least it's Flacco though.
At least it's Flacco. If it was Richardson,
if it was Anthony Richardson, I wouldn't watch the game.
Yeah, that would have been a very painful Sunday night.
Yeah, no thanks. But I mean, Flacco and Darnold just like airing
something
out.
about that Flacco.
Just shoot out between Sam Darnold and Joe Flacco would be so fun though.
It would be, yeah. That'd bring back time. Imagine like telling
Not
somebody
really,
imagine something like telling somebody in like
Flacco.
2019 that like 2014 we're gonna get a Sam Darnold, Joe Flacco, absolute gunslinger fest on a Sunday night game.
No, first thing would have been, isn't Flacco already out of the league now?
Yeah.
Second thing would have been like,
see,
Darnold's awful.
Yeah.
that guy will probably also be out of the league. Yeah, that'd be wild. Kobe said Bears down, pause up, Bears by 30. Missed that one when we were talking about that one. Clyde, you agree?
I want us to lose.
Clyde wants you to
I
lose.
want Ben Johnson.
He wants Ben Johnson. Probably actually not a bad point. Tank for a coach, not a bad idea.
Here's my thing though, like Ben Johnson's weird.
Yeah, but
Ben Johnson should have been the number 1 coach off the board the last 2 years, and he's turned him down both years.
I think he maybe wants to see out the Super Bowl with the Lions.
Yeah, I could get that. There's also some rumors that he's a little bit narcissistic, like he's a little bit of a fucking weirdo. The teams are a little scared to pull the
interviews.
trigger on.
He
like
he doesn't do well.
Not at all.
Okay.
That's what Schefter and the NFL was saying about him, because like it makes no sense he would come back. I obviously want to see Super Bowl again. Like he could have been a head coach in very good spots past 2 years, and he's not.
Yeah, that's a good point. Finally,
also, fuck you. If the Bears take him, I'm gonna rip like Adji. Maybe put like a shotgun barrel down my throat.
He said he wants to go to Chicago openly, and
so he wants to go to Chicago openly.
Didn't like Harbaugh say that, and he just went to LA instead of his alma mater.
He's a snake. I'm sorry for the Michigan guys, but that
Burn.
guy snake Chicago
Burn.
while being a former quarterback. Fuck him for leaving me.
Yeah, he probably just knows the management there sucks.
But also, I do like Ben Eberflus. You did good.
I'm not sure if you
I
can
think
hear
if
Clyde, but he's talking. But I'm not going to give him the mic because I don't want to have to put you guys through that.
I think if the Lions win the Super Bowl, he's gone. But also, if you guys go 10-7, you guys are not going to fire Eberflus, whether you like it or not.
We would not, but I would hope that you would. Actually, no, because I would hope that you put Eberflus at DC because he's really
not going to do that. If anything, you're just going to fire the offensive coordinator and
you
go
wouldn't
try to
demote
land another one.
You wouldn't demote him. But perfect world, Ben Johnson is my coach. But
yeah, I think a lot of NFL teams would agree with you. Yes.
Yeah. I'm happy that he wants to go to Chicago. I mean, he's showed interest, but the Bears aren't really looking.
Yeah,
but
if you're Ben Johnson, that's like a perfect spot in terms of you got your quarterback of the future, you believe.
Caleb,
got a lot of targets around him.
Yeah, I guess we'll just see if we.
The only issue is I just don't know how good a Ben Johnson, ran offense holds up against. I mean, holds up with that bad of an offensive line.
It's
right?
been pretty.
He's been able to do really fun and creative things with Detroit because they've had one of the top 5 best offensive lines for the past 5 years.
Yeah.
Bears, on the other hand,
historically
bottom 5.
awful, but the last like 5 or 6 games have been pretty decent.
Even better, but they're still bottom.
They're still not average.
Bottom third of the league.
They're not average. Yeah.
No.
So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
All right. That was Clyde's weekly Bear talk. All right. Monday Night Football. Buccaneers at Chiefs. Chiefs can be favored by 8.5. I mean, obviously that feels like kind of a lot, but at the same time, the Bucs are very thin on offense.
Banked up. Yeah.
Chiefs at home. Arrowhead's kind of a different place. I think the Chiefs probably win, and they probably cover the spread as well.
Yeah, I agree.
Steelers, Niners on bye. And finally, let's circle back for the Rock Hard Ball Bowl. Lions, Packers this week.
Rock Hard Bowl?
Bowl.
Yeah.
What did you think?
I thought you were saying Bowl. I thought you said Bowl.
Rock
Like
Hard
the
Ball. The Rock Hard Ball Bowl.
Mhm.
Yeah. Anyways, Lions, Packers. For those who are maybe new, tuning in for the first time, I'm a Packers fan. Weezy is a Lions fan. So we get to kind of root against each other this week. Lions are going to be favored by 2.5. Over/under set at 48.5. Lions coming in at 6-1. Division lead right now. Packers sitting at 6-2. Jordan Love status currently up in the air a little bit. Not 100% sure if he will play for sure. They did say that it's realistic that he could play even if he doesn't practice at all this week. From a long-term standpoint, obviously, yes, I would like to win this game this week. It's at home. It's a game that you'd like to win. Puts you not completely in control of the division, but definitely gives you a leg up a little bit. But if Love isn't like completely healthy, ready to go, and there's a legitimate risk of re-injury, don't play him. If we lose one game, we drop to 6-3. That is not that big of a deal. We want him healthy for the rest of the year. You never know. Maybe Malik Willis can pull off some magic. I don't think the Packers win the game, though, with Malik Willis under center. I think Love has to play for them to win. But again, I'll make it very clear. If he is not 100% healthy, ready to go, no risk of re-injury. I mean, obviously, there's never no risk, but very little chance for re-injury. I don't want to play.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. Like, obviously, Malik Willis, when he's been called to, has been perfect. He's been everything Green Bay fans could possibly ask, right? We had the talk week 2. We had talk week 2 that, I mean, it could get ugly quick. We were saying just, if you're a Packers fan, pray to God that they split, right? Yeah. Have not lost with him. It's a different team, though, they're going up against. Like you said, Jordan Love, it's a ball game, right? It's 2-point spread. Battle of what we both would obviously agree is the best 2 teams in the division.
I think they're the best 2 teams in the conference.
Yeah, I would agree with you there. But then obviously if Willis is, they are going to, play it safe with Love and Willis is in, I mean, it's hard not to pick Detroit to win this game.
No, absolutely. If Willis plays, I would, even as a Packers fan, unfortunately, I would bet on the Lions. If Love plays, though, I think it's a really good game, and I think the Packers would have a very realistic shot to win the game. Again,
I think if Love plays, we're going to get a flip-flop of last year, because last year was weird
in terms of shit out of each other.
Lions beat the fuck out of Green Bay in Lambeau,
and
then on Thanksgiving in Detroit, the Packers beat the fuck out of the Lions. Yeah. I think if Love plays and is healthy, I think we get a flip-flop. I think the Packers win at home with Love, and then I think they
Lions
eventually then Lions win at home.
Yeah. Well, pretty civil discussion there. We'll see. We'll watch.
It's fun. We're gonna watch together.
We'll watch the game together on Sunday. We'll get some beers flowing. And yeah, it should be a good one. I hope Love plays if he's healthy. But again, at the end of the day, the bigger thing here is that we have a realistic chance to compete for a Super Bowl this year. So let's not blow it by getting him injured for the rest of the year to win one game. So that's all it really comes down to for me. All right, that's the NFL Week 9 preview. It's only been 15-20 minutes to the last commercial break, so we can just jump right into Rock Hard Takes. Or actually, no, Rock Hard Bets. Go to Rock Hard Bets next. Kind of forgot about that. So here we go. Here's Rock Hard Bets. Unfortunately, they're all up on the screen at once, but we'll still go through them and let you kind of know what we're looking at, why we went there. So I can do mine first. First off, at Duke plus 20 against Miami. I kind of said it earlier when we were going through the previews. Miami's had trouble really just dominating against lesser teams. There's been plenty of times where it feels like they should just come out, win big, easy pickings, and then they struggle. And Duke, like I said, has been a solid team. So I think that to have Miami favored by 3 scores is a lot. Illinois plus 3. Again, I don't know why the hell Minnesota is favored by them against them when they're on the road. Doesn't make sense at all. Obviously, Weezy, you have it too. That one doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I feel like that's probably the easiest play of the week. That's probably the one I'd put the most money on. Finally, Georgia minus 14.5. I get that, anytime a spread is over 2 scores, it's tough to kind of take a favorite, but I think that they are the much better team in the situation. Again, it's not technically a home game, but I mean, I wouldn't care if it was actually in, where, I don't know what Florida Stadium's called, but if it was actually a true home game for Florida, I would still pick Georgia.
The Swamp.
The Swamp.
Gainesville.
Yeah. Yes, Gainesville, yeah. I'm just their actual stadium. But anyways, yeah, it's in Jacksonville, so I guess closer to Florida, but still. I like Georgia a lot here. So
yeah, I'll start. I'll also first start by we haven't done this in like 4 weeks.
Yeah.
So
the records have really swung here.
Yes,
you had like a 4-game lead on me.
Yeah, I was 20 and 10. Carter was 16 and something. The very last week we did this, I had not hit a single bet. I pushed twice, which is why obviously the pushes are now full effect on the scale. And then obviously as we go now, I'll just talk Illinois +3. We both have it, both same reasons. Feels like it should be Illinois -3 in the spot. Don't know why it's
maybe
not.
even more than that. I don't know.
I mean, Minnesota's been playing good. Like,
I get that they're formidable, but
this spread makes sense if it's in Minnesota. It's not.
Yeah.
So this makes no sense. So like Illinois +3. Wanted to put money in line, but play it safe since that's all you have.
Same.
Army -21.5. Army, all they've done this year is beat the shit out of people, and Air Force is really bad. They're 1-6, I believe. And then last one, I was going to take Georgia -14.5. I love the play. I was not going to have 2 of the same as you, though. It makes no sense when it's a season-long, competition. So we're going to rock with Clemson -10 because it's just simply another team that's been playing great ball.
Yep. No, I like your picks too. Army, I think normally would always scare me, but Air Force blows. So yeah, I like that one too.
Well, then like you deep dive in Army, it's like they have literally not played like very close games. They beat the shit out of everybody.
No, just pass around
the
horn. I don't know. I just didn't want to risk. It's not my computer, so thanks. Shout out to my banana friend for the beer. Anyways, Washington -4 in the NFL. Mentioned it earlier when we were going through the games. I get that it can maybe be a little bit of a letdown spot, but they're the way better team here. Better quarterback. I mean, like I said, maybe most a better coach. I actually think Dable's not a bad coach.
I think Dable might get fired because the front office paid a quarterback that they shouldn't have paid. Yeah. Simple as that.
Anyways, but way better quarterback. And I think the roster overall has a significant advantage too. So I do like Washington -4. Chicago and Arizona over 44.5. I know you said earlier too, like could maybe be a spot for some low points, but I think we could get like a very fun, just Caleb, Kyler both ball out.
Yeah, I mean America's hoping for that.
And 44.5. Like I think every other game that Arizona's been in this year has been like 50 or higher, which is obviously a credit to Chicago's defense, which is good. But I still think that this game probably goes over here. And then finally, Detroit Green Bay goes over. This is banking a lot on Love playing. If he plays, I think this could be a lot of points scored in that game. If he doesn't play, obviously that line probably drops, and then I would guess that probably goes under. So
honestly,
a little bit of a risk, but
crazy, but it is truly actually massively important. Do you know what the weather's supposed to be like in Green Bay?
I don't think it's supposed to be bad.
Okay, because
basically, I feel like
whenever the weather is a very bad outdoor quarterback. So if it's like low 40s,
I feel like whenever the weather isn't a story, that probably means the weather's fine.
Okay,
because I haven't heard anything about it.
Yeah, because if it's like 60 and sunny.
I mean, which I'm guessing is probably what it is.
Okay, yeah, because obviously Jared Goff.
It's supposed to be nice around here this weekend. I mean, Wisconsin's not that much farther from us, so
true.
But all right, you want to go to your bets?
Yeah, we talked about it earlier. Obviously, Browns come off a really huge win against Baltimore. The Jameis, show. I think it ends here. I think the flare is a little bit over. Again, the Chargers have been playing really good, this year. And then Rams, talked about it. It's just a completely different team when they're healthy. Looked really good against Minnesota. I'm being a man and taking money line. I probably shouldn't do that, but I'm going to throw one kind of crazy bet in there.
Yeah, I felt like I should have taken Illinois money line because I do truly just think they're going to win that game. But I was just like, please.
And then last bet, like I don't want to take this. I'm not going to watch a single second of this goddamn game.
That's scary.
Double backup quarterback, 2 just fucking awful teams. I get it's 37.5. This screams like a 9-7 finish.
I can see it. Yeah. 37.5 though is always spooky because that's not very many points.
No.
Also, this entire time I thought you memorized all your bets perfectly, and I was like, damn, like this kind of impressive. Like, I would have memorized mine. I just realized it's on the TV. Like right in
I
front
was
of you.
literally about to like peek over to your
Yeah.
computer, and then I'm like, oh, it's on the big screen.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. All right, so that's Rock Hard Bets. That being said, we'll go to one more quick commercial before we get out of here. So one more 1 minute break. When we come back, we will do Rock Hard Takes. Again, that's going to be just basically the best things about Halloween, and then we'll finish up with Kelly Kinky Rankings, which is the best horror character athletes if they existed. As there is the man himself getting ready to go. So once again, you listen to Rock Hard Ball, for the Dogs Media Network at College Football Dogs. We'll be right back.
On the College Football Dogs website, you'll find a main page that features some of our biggest and newest stories. Our conference pages for content related to your favorite team's conference. Our team store, where we have products that are available all year long, as well as gear available for a limited time only. Our podcast page, where you can see when one of the 12 plus College Football Dogs podcasts is streaming live on social media. Our subscription page, where you can join our Discord. If you're interested in becoming a contributor at College Football Dogs, email us at info@collegefootballdogs.com. If you enjoy any College Football Dogs content, we really do appreciate any donations you can make by visiting the donate page on our website or scanning the QR code here.
College Football Dogs, for the fans.
Patrick.
All right, welcome back. Rock Hard Ball, part of the Dogs Media Network, College Football Dogs. Check out collegefootballdogs.com. Lots of great articles, game previews, recaps, breaking news, all that good stuff. Check it out. But yeah, that's kind of that. Also, one more reminder: check out the socials. Scroll across the bottom at Rock Hard Ball or at Rock Hard Ball Pod on pretty much every major social media or streaming platform. All things of that nature. That being said, though, let's get the Rock Hard Takes.
Bone up, folks. It's time for Rock Hard Takes.
Alrighty. So today's Rock Hard Takes are going to be the best things about Halloween. It's pretty open-ended. It doesn't have to necessarily be anything.
I've had zero thoughts.
Yeah, no, I have nothing written down or anything.
It was the one.
Huh?
It was the one.
I do.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Terry said, "Happy Halloween! Time to see what UCLA can do this week in Lincoln. Hope for a great game, regardless." Terry, good to see you in here again.
Terry, we'll be there.
Terry, we will be there this week, so we'll give you the inside scoop. We'll be in attendance. We'll be in the press box on the sidelines a little bit, so should be good. And happy Halloween to you. All right. So, anyways, best things about Halloween. Off rip, I feel like you could really go two directions with the one. I will just go like. Actually, I'm going to go completely opposite of what I thought. I'm going to go actually take a complete college route here, thing that we've done in the past. It's an excuse to drink. In college, gets very, very much just a big drinking extravaganza. So obviously it's Thursday night, which isn't super crazy. But like in the past, Halloween's on a Tuesday or something like that. Like I think professors just kind of know there's kind of just an acceptable thing. It's like, yeah, people are going to get drunk that night. It's pretty fun. Lots of parties. Bars are fun. So costume contests, all that thing. I mean, obviously, maybe some of those get tied in later, but I'm just gonna go basically the college factor of Halloween in terms of going out and having an excuse to drink. So
I'm gonna go two ones that's like more nostalgic. I would say, like the year like you truly like speed ran the neighborhood, like hit a career high. I don't know about you. I was always a pillowcase guy because it was just the most room. Actually, you're from like fucking nowhere in North Dakota, so I don't know how big your neighborhood was.
I mean, I didn't actually live in a neighborhood. I lived like a mile out of town, but we drive into my grandma's. We get out my grandma's, then we'd go.
Yeah, so I lived in the neighborhood. So like when you and like your boys would just run around. One year, me and my one buddy put on rollerblades. I think we got around the entire neighborhood in about an hour. It was pretty impressive work. And then the second one is just a classic family that's got the king size candy bars.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing better than getting like king size Snickers. Major day.
So are your official picks like your best time around the neighborhood, and then
speed running in the neighborhood, and then the king size family bar?
Okay, I'm gonna go that was just kind of candy in general.
Okay,
because I feel like otherwise that'd be too easy to just pick at a different time. All right, next pick. I'll take a
Here.
I'll take a layup here, I guess. I'll go dressing up. Obviously it's fun as a kid. As you get older, maybe it's not quite as big a deal, but it's still kind of funny. You can put together some funny costumes sometimes. So dressing up still a good time. So I'll go with that as my next pick. One after that, I'll go with like Halloween movies.
Fuck yeah, that was gonna be mine.
They're not like, I mean, Christmas movie. You touch my little fur there. Okay. Halloween movies aren't quite on the level as like Christmas movies, and Christmas movies are still take the cake there. But there's definitely some good Halloween movies, some nostalgia ones out there. So go with that next.
Okay, so I got 2 here, right?
Yeah.
Fuck. You took I thought I was gonna be able to get that one. This is tough. Oh, I don't know what to pick here. I'm just gonna say like young kid again, school.
Yeah.
Like everybody's dressed up. You have the Halloween party. You get candy there too. So I'll just say like a day in 4th grade on Halloween. Always fun, especially like on a Friday, which is the best. And then the next one, I'm gonna say egging the house later that night that fucking gave out pretzels.
Yep. Kobe just commented that one. He said egging the house. So good pick.
Okay. Keyword though, egging the house that gave out pretzels. It's fucking Halloween.
Yeah.
Give me candy. I don't want your pretzels. I don't want your nuts. I don't want anything but candy bars.
How would you feel about a toothbrush? That could be fun.
Toothbrush?
Could be fun.
I'm not egging your house. I'm throwing a brick through your house.
All right. Yeah, good picks there. Digging deep. Kobe dropped one in the comments that was actually gonna be my next pick either way, as long as you didn't take it, which bad move on you not taking it. Haunted house.
I fucking hate haunted houses.
Really
Hate them.
See, I'm a weird because I do not like scary movies. Really.
I'm a fight or flight guy. Like if
if
you jump scare me, I'm gonna punch you.
I don't like horror.
And I'm the guy who gets in trouble for that.
See, I don't like horror movies, but I actually do like haunted houses. So it's weird. I don't know. Like you know well that I don't like horror movies, but I mess with the haunted house. I like them. So I'll go with that next. After that, kind of in a tough spot. Don't really know what else to go with. Trying to like dig deep in the bag. What happens on Halloween? I don't know. I'm kind of stumped. I'll go with this. Is kind of maybe season in general, but I mean, it's kind of centered around Halloween. Just kind of like basically like the food, like pumpkin pies, like pumpkin spice flavored stuff, apple cider.
We're all lying to
hot
ourselves.
chocolate.
We're all lying to ourselves. So we like pumpkin shit.
You actually don't like
Pumpkin pie sucks.
I legitimately like pumpkin pie. So.
Pumpkin pie is literally the worst pie.
Put ice cream on it.
No, I like pumpkin pie. So
You're just lying to yourself, but all right.
Not lying to myself.
Actually, no, I probably shouldn't be.
Also, Kobe said in regards to the cheese comment,
the cheese,
not cheese comment, pretzel comment. I was reading the comment ahead. What if they gave out soft pretzels though, with cheese?
Oh, that's good.
I have never been a part of that. I could get down for that though.
Yeah, I don't think that's ever
No,
a real thing. I think he's kind of thrown out there, but embrace debate.
All right, I get one more.
Yeah,
this is gonna be pretty specific. In the moment, you don't like it. You're nervous, but looking back on it, it was the funniest shit. When you're maybe with like the the loose fucking cannon kid who maybe parent situation's not good, and he would just go around robbing people. Like you get to take, like you've been to a house where it's like take
one. Yeah,
and
biggest fraud.
I've been with guys who not only empty the bowl, they take the bowl, which is so
okay.
fucked up.
Okay,
like you have to be so
diabolical. Glad that was him. I had to fire him. Didn't realize he was such a character issue.
Like a nice big bowl. He says, "I'm just gonna take the bowl with me.
Yeah,
my family can use a bowl." Like in the moment, being with that kid sucks. You're scared you're gonna get caught, but looking back on it, that kid was awesome.
Yeah.
He troubled past.
We had a couple comments here from Jackson Mays. He said group costumes with the fellas and drinking beer. So you're in the room with us. Obviously, I've been listening very well because I'm pretty sure both of those were basically picked. I said costumes and drinking, like college party Halloween. You said 2 comments. So it must not have gone through. Maybe you said something bad. Kobe, maybe some foreshadowing tonight. He said, ditching Maze when you go to the bar, another bar. So getting called out in the comments here, Maze. How are you going all right, that is Rock Hard Takes, though. Best things about Halloween. One other one I was maybe kind of thought of, but I thought maybe it'd be too close because I already kind of said like college party and drinking. But like the kid, when you're a kid, I don't know if your like neighborhood or town ever did this, but like we were a small town, so it's pretty common. We'd have like a kind of like a community party. So like there'd be like whatever from like 4 to 7. It'd be like kids like 13 and younger would like go to like the community building. Like they'd have like that's where like the haunted house would be, all the like the games and stuff like that. And then from like whatever it's at 8 or 9 p.m. to the end of the night, it'd be like high school kids. That was also pretty funny. So
it's not one, but
hot chicks and hot costumes was the other one. That was good.
That was one.
Yeah.
I don't think we wanted to like can't be horny on this one.
I mean, we literally do talk about putting a flag of Sydney Sweeney up. So I mean, that's
True.
not horny. I don't know what it is.
I totally lost my comment. Oh no, this is like not a pick too, just an observation. Like I don't know about you, but like for me, like there was also 2 different types of parents, which was hilarious. Like you had like the parents who like are just the ultimate like Facebook parents with their kid, and then my parents would walk around with the other parents and my friends. They'd have a like a picnic like roller almost full booze cart in it.
Hell yeah.
And they have to be drinking the entire time. That would be a lot of fun to be a part of. And then the other honorable mention I had was like when the weather is like perfect. Maybe like a low 60s, Friday night, Halloween. Awesome.
Yeah. Sometimes maybe slightly on the chilly side, but
it's close.
It's all right though. It'll be nice when if you're in a hot bar, walk out, get a little cool down, walk to the next one before you enter back into the sauna. So all right, that's gonna do it for Rock Hard Takes. You know what that means.
Fuck.
We got to listen to Clyde talk now. So here we go. Kelly's Kick Your Rankings.
In a world of politics, war, bad beats, and watching your favorite sports teams come up short, sometimes you just need to hear a guy rank random shit. Enter your hero, Colin Kelly, here today for another edition of Kelly's Kinky Rankings.
Yeah, I know.
All right, Clyde, you're up.
All right. We're going to go with number 5 being Chucky.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay,
I feel like we've had this talk like 3 times.
Yeah, you can
explain what the hell the rankings are.
I'm sorry, it's not a fucking.
I tried prefacing it for you a couple times.
But... a fucking radio show. All right, yeah. Halloween athletes. So it could be horror people that I would see fit in a football or basketball or even baseball uniform. Maybe some other sports, but off the bat, we're going Chucky. He's a little shit. He's quick. So I could see him being like a little baby version of like Jai Jay, a little fast little guy in the Dolphins.
Jai?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you seeing me a little fast guy in the
He had a
Dolphins?
hell of a run in 2016.
Yeah. So I think Chucky could replicate that. So
He's a fucking 2 foot doll.
yeah, you can't tackle that.
It's a good point. I did not think about that. He's a 2 foot doll.
Hey, you can't tackle that though. It's a little doll. He's quick.
Good. Yeah, be tough to get your hands
Plus,
on.
he's a knife.
Like the baby zombie in Minecraft. That little fucker's quick. He's hard to hit. He's hard to hit though. Am I right? He's hard to hit. Yeah, I got some audience screaming here. They're fucking hard to hit.
Man. He's tiny. Yeah, easy. All right,
number
number 4, Leatherface. I'm gonna put him at fullback or OT. This guy, big motherfucker. He's like 6'7", probably 6'7", 320, give or take. Play for the Bears. Probably do really good. Yeah, enough said.
All right, 3.
All right, number 3, Freddie K. He has fucking scissor hands. Enough said. All right, so this guy goes to tackle.
How's he gonna catch a ball?
Defense, linebacker.
Okay. So he can never ever get a turnover.
Fuck no. Even if he like peanut punches it, the ball's just gone. So it's automatically, defense ball. So
yeah,
even if he peanut punches someone to the face, they're out of the game, man.
They're out of the game.
They're dead, which means you're gonna run out of players. So you're gonna win by default. So we're gonna go with Freddie K.
All right, number 2.
Number 2 is gonna be Jason. Yeah, it's Jason. He's undead. He's just, he's a beast. Yeah. I mean, he could play any position, any sport. He's a big fucking guy. I'm sure he has a hell of a swing, little Shohei in him. But
Kobe, to clarify, this is characters from horror movies that Clyde thinks would be good athletes.
Yeah, it could be like multi-sport, but I feel certain people fit certain positions in sports where Jason, he's kind of universal, He could work he's slow as shit, so put him at DH, but I think he could hit, yeah.
Jackson said, where's Blackout Carter on this list? Fullback, 10 yards of carry. Not going to deny the claim. Probably would be true. I'm not exactly in a horror movie, though, so it doesn't really apply.
Yeah,
but
it does. It's a scary.
true.
It's scary to be
a
around.
horror. thing one can attest.
You're scary.
All right.
All right, number one, we're gonna go with the man of the hour, Mikey Myers.
Oh, he dog certified.
So Michael Myers
Doesn't die.
he can't fucking die, dude. So he could play any position ever. You could probably have him for a contract for a couple 100 years, man. It's gonna be like that Yamamoto thing where you pay him a couple billion on the Dodgers. Yeah. Speaking of that, fuck them, dude. Should have been the Cubs. But Mike Myers, I could see him being what's a good like a David Justice. Yeah, I want him to be like a David Justice for my team. So I like Mike Myers being there.
All right.
You know, little old guy. He's a lot of wisdom. He's been there for a bit.
Yes, has been there for a bit.
Yeah, Mikey Myers.
Yeah, you get like a whole grinder ass thing to like kill him. They finally killed him. Did you know that?
They finally killed him.
Yeah, in the most recent movie, they killed him.
I have not seen that because I swear I've seen every single.
All right, you guys spoiled it then, but
he needs to die at some point. It's been going on for too long.
They threw him like a log grinder thing, like
and that's how you
tore him to shreds. Yeah,
that's how you do it. Yeah, can't burn them. Gotta grind them.
Yeah, they tried burning him one time too, and that still didn't work.
Yeah, man.
Kobe said, "Why don't you have any WNBA athletes?"
I like WNBA. All right, Chicago Sky. I love them. Angel Reese is my
dog.
Yeah,
he's just asking why.
Why is there no?
He said you kept talking about football. He's like, why couldn't these characters?
Why couldn't Michael Myers play in the WNBA? I don't know. I think the penis could be one.
That's a good point.
I don't. I think he may be more formative for the NBA due to gender, but I don't know. Maybe.
All right, not bad, Clyde. Solid list. Hard to complain with this. Chucky might have been, like you said, 2 foot tough, but I will give you the baby zombie comp.
Yeah, I do like that. I do like that. Yeah.
All right.
Quick guy. He's quick.
Jesus Christ, we had 3 more. Steve, Kobe said, assuming that's a Minecraft reference.
Steve.
Right, we're gonna ignore it.
I don't think.
All right. Let's wrap things up. Weezy, you want to come back in for the end? Clyde, just go put your face right in the camera for the end of the show too. All right. Here comes Clyde. He's gonna give you a good FaceTime. All right. So thank you guys all for tuning in to another episode of Rock Hard Ball. Fun Halloween episode. Appreciate you guys taking time out of your night to check it out. One more reminder: check out the socials there at the bottom. If you want to see more of our fantastic takes that are never on, and more of Clyde's beautiful little face there. Yeah, that's gonna do it for tonight's episode. So until next time, we'll see you later.